Okay, I'll try to keep this short and sweet, try to describe what you'll be seeing in the videos a little bit. Today we practice lateral turns and counteracting them. I did 2 jumps, so with this whole video there's going to be a first jump, and then if you watch after the first there's going to be the second jump. We did a different exit than what I'm used to this time. We did a, if you can see my feet, we did like a out in kick out. First one, I kicked a little too hard for the last one, so we were kind of unstable at first. Second one, I did a little bit better, but the way we were positioned to the wind, I ended up doing a backflip. So you see in the video doing a backflip perfectly fine, as long as we stabilized out. First jump, we started the lateral turns. For whatever reason I was getting confused on what arm put down, but I kind of started to do it. I just needed to dip my arm into the wind a little bit more to stop us. And then he was doing a lot of stability checks. In both videos you see me do 3 pilot chute checks first before we actually start doing some of the lateral turns. First jump, pilot chute pull. If you watch the video close enough, you kind of see the canopy coming out and twisting. So I ended up, once the canopy was fully open, I ended up with a triple line twist. So I had to pull on the risers, kick, and I was out of it. I don't want to say it's common, but it's not a big deal as long as you can kick out of it. On student rigs, it's slightly common. So did that and landed perfectly fine. Landed on my feet, didn't have to run, did nothing. It was absolutely amazing. They didn't capture, I don't think they captured video of it. It's not going to be on these 2 videos, so if they have it somewhere else, I'll try to upload it sometime. Second video, the lateral turns went a lot better. I stopped him a lot quicker. And then he was also checking my body position most of the time, and I was, from his, what he stated is, I was so good that you see him holding me with one hand, and he's like, said he was barely holding on to me. So the next jump, I think, is going to be a jump where no one's holding on to me, and then practicing lateral turns by myself, where he's on one side, I got a lateral turn toward him, and then lateral turn away, and then do like a 360 around. Pulled the pilot chute, had a slight line twist again. Landed that one on my feet. I was running a little bit, but then I hit a little pot in the ground and I ended up tumbling a little bit, but I'm perfectly fine. Only critique that they really have is on my landings, I'm flying my canopy like I do an airplane. On an airplane, when you have your runway, you can only go one direction. That's the only way you can come in landing. So you correct the airplane as you're coming in, you know, give it little minor corrections, and so that way you can stay on the runway. And I'm doing that under the canopy, and I don't need to do that. I need to think, I need to look at the windsock and go off what the wind is doing, not in my head like, oh, this is a runway and this is what I have to line up with. So that's their biggest critique is not doing those little minor corrections when I'm on final like I would with an airplane. So I'm gonna have to switch my mind over from that, from don't crab, don't do crabbing as like, it's hard to explain. Anyways, so that's probably the biggest thing. I hope you guys enjoy the video.